Tonight, we begin with an act of warfare that has crossed a line no nation has crossed since World War II. An act that targeted not soldiers, not weapons, not military installations. An act that targeted the very lifeblood of a nation of 85 million people. An act that, in a matter of hours, has plunged one of the largest countries in the Middle East into complete and total darkness. At 0247 local time, American cruise missiles struck the Karun Dam complex in southwestern Iran, the largest hydroelectric facility in the country, the source of over 25% of Iran's electrical generation, the system that keeps lights on, hospitals running, water pumping, and life functioning for tens of millions of Iranians. By 0315, the dam's power generation capacity was destroyed. By 0400, cascading failures had spread across Iran's national grid. By dawn, over 70% of Iran was without electricity. Hospitals operating on emergency generators, water treatment, plants failing, traffic systems dead, communications collapsing, and 85 million people waking to a reality they have never experienced.
Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Wabarakatham unto the elect. This is the brother Gabar from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. Back at you with another lesson. All right, and this is going to be from an article, okay, which was posted February 1st, 2026. So this was yesterday. All right, from End Time Headlines. And it says, Trump has already ruled on Iran strikes. The only question is when. Okay. Now, why would America be getting involved, all right, going against Iran? Well, the answer to that is because of Israel. Okay. The conflict, all right, that Israel has with Iran and everything that's been going on. The genocide, all right, that's been going on. All right, that Israel's been doing, okay? America is fully backing Israel, okay? It's prophesied, pursuant to prophecy, that America is going to get deeper involved, all right, in this war because of Israel's sake, all right? The small hats, the 1948ers, the Ish people, the rats, the gutter rats, all right? America is going to go out there, all right, for their sake, and be deeper involved in this war, all right? So that's going to draw in the big boys, all right? As America gets involved, Russia's going to get deeper involved, all right? Which they're all involved. They know they're involved, all right? But direct contact, direct conflict, okay? As we're going to read some of this, all right? But first, I want to grab this precept, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. All right, it says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, it says that he hath taken against Babylon. So the Lord is not for this place, man. The Lord is against Babylon the Great, all right? It says, in his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans, all right, because they practice witchcraft, and so does this place, Babylon the Great, all right? So it's talking about America still, all right? It says, surely the least of the flock, speaking about the small hats, the Ish people, it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So they're going to be drawn out deeper into this conflict because of those people. All right, as you see, America already aids them. All right, even the people know this now. All right, it'll be a real conflict over here in America. Then they'll send billions to Israel. You see memes about it and stuff. Okay, the people are like, what the hell is going on? All right, you got your officials saying, when I get into office, my main thing is to go to Israel. All right, you got this guy walking around right now asking officials, all right, America first or Israel first? All right, and they can't answer the question. So America is obviously pro-Israeli, okay? And they're going to do everything that they tell them to do, those rats. They're going to go out there deeper into this conflict, okay? And this is where it's going to begin to get way worse, okay? As prophesied, all right, that Russia, okay, is gonna send missiles on this place, along with the allies of America, of Babylon the Great, and the enemies, okay. But Russia has a big part in that. So now you see Iran back with Russia, Israel back with America, and the big boys getting into play. All right, because best believe, that's going to draw in Russia as well on Iran's side. Okay, so we see this prophecy happening. We see what's going on. Okay, so we know we close. We getting closer and closer, man, to the coming of Yahweh Shai. So be ready. All right, it says, back in Jeremiah 15:45, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. All right, that's what's going to get America's hand deeper in there. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right, so ultimately, this is what's happening, man. All right, America's going to be drawn out. All right, and America going to lose this war, WW3. Okay, now let me grab this. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15 in the GNT. It says, hold on. We'll start at 14. Second Ezra 15 and 14 in the GNT. The world and the people in it are doomed, right? They're doomed. Okay, we seeing prophecy play out exactly how it was said to. Okay, so these people are doomed. This prophecy is coming to pass. Everybody that's going to go out there to fight, they're going to get smoked, man. All right, they're going to get smoked. All right, when the Lord pull up. This is not a war that they're finna go fight and come back home and have a baby boom, and everything just get better. America on top, the eagle, Nah, this is going to be their L. All right. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. So this war is going to bring great destruction, desolation. All right. It says the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. We see that. All right. We see that. Okay. So they're going to use these nukes, these rockets, all right, all the different gadgets, whatever that they have, they're going to use on each other, man. All right, then the Lord is going to return. All right, and they're going to try to fight the Lord. Okay, so we see that this war, all right, is going to bring destruction. This ain't going to be no little America go over there, Hiroshima, everybody quiet. Nah, man. All right, they got Hiroshima too. They got greater things. Russia is back to Iran. Okay. Now, let's get into this article. All right, now that we grab those precepts, understanding that this is prophesied to happen, for America to be drawn out, to get a deeper involvement with this war, and for that to bring out the big dogs. All right, as Israel draws out America, and, everybody else draws out, their top shotters. All right. Now, let's read some. All right. Back in the article by End Time Headlines, as the title says, Trump has already ruled on Iran strikes. The only question is when. February 1st, 2026, this dropped. It says, according to a new report by World Israel News, which cites exclusive intelligence from the Lebanon-based outlet Iran International, President Donald Trump has officially finalized the decision to launch a comprehensive military strike on the Iranian regime. Oh, yeah. All right. So they got their hand in that. All right. It's about to get ugly. Okay. It says with the operation now moving from the planning phase to active staging. So this is how close we are, man. So we're just trying to see, all right, each move on each side. All right. The finer details. All right. The exact strike. They had Operation Midnight Hammer. They had the operation to go get Maduro, all right, and his wife. All right, they're gonna have another operation against Iran. All right. So we're seeing those finer details now as these prophecies come to pass. We're seeing it with our own eyes, them being drawn out. All right, from just staging to actually active, to when they're actually about to hit Iran. Okay, and wait till the other nations start hitting back on this soil. All right, because WW3 is not going to be fought just in what you call the Middle East. Okay, the virgin daughter will be penetrated. All right, now going back to the article in the end time headlines, it says, where did I leave off? It says, second paragraph, the report alleges that high-level discussions between Washington and Jerusalem have concluded that diplomatic avenues are exhausted, and the president has been given the green light for an assault, leaving the timing of the attack as the only remaining variable. So at this point, we're just waiting, right? It says the article details that the coming operation is expected to be significantly broader than the targeted Operation Midnight Hammer. Well, funny, I just spoke about that. It says strikes of June 2025, which focus primarily on nuclear enrichment sites. Woo. Okay, so we're about to see something. All right, it's supposed to be broader than that, you know. So things are getting heavier. All right, prophecy is getting hotter. The Lord is stirring up, all right, that problem out there in the Middle East for all these nations to come down, all right, and fight, okay? And we see in America getting dragged out there. It says this new campaign reportedly aims to destabilize the regime's Central Command Structure and Revolutionary Guard, RIGC, assets. Sources familiar with the matter told the outlet that the U.S. administration is currently waiting for a specific tactical window. So they're trying to see how to go about things. Okay, how to direct this hit with the most success. Okay, but it is no success really. All right, and of course they get on the media and they lie. It was the most flawless thing you would ever see. It was a success, this and that. All right, but blood will be spilled. Okay, different things will happen. All right, they're gonna tell the people a certain narrative. Okay, so that what it looked like is what we're doing is the best. Okay, and we're winning. Whole time they could actually be losing. Okay, so as it says, for a specific tactical window, dependent on the positioning of naval assets in the Persian Gulf and final intelligence on the location of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei before initiating the offensive, while the White House has publicly maintained a posture of armed diplomacy, urging Tehran to return to the negotiating table. The report suggests this is a strategic feint designed to buy time for the final mobilization of the USS Gerald R. Ford Strike Group. All right, it says Israeli officials speaking on conditions of anonymity. Sorry, I can't say this right. Anonymity confirmed to the outlet that the IDF has already synchronized its target banks with U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, and is prepared to execute simultaneous strikes on Hezbollah proxies in Lebanon to prevent a coordinated counterattack once the American operation begins. Right. Whew. So we see things getting heated. We see America getting drawn out there, getting deeper out there, because we know they sent ships and troops and all kind of stuff. Of course, they've been giving them weapons and funding them, Israel, in this war, whatever. All right. But, seeing America's direct involvement, all right, we're going to see more of this. All right, because America is going to be out there to protect those small hats, which is going to be their end. It's going to get them in a lot of trouble, as Russia is going to step in, all right, deeper as well. Okay. So, yeah, man, we're getting closer. All right. This is a time to really be watching and to stay prayed up and to make sure your house is in order. Okay. Because Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is on his way back, as we see prophecy, all right, getting closer and closer all right, that this war, all right, is coming. And this war is going to bring the destruction of Babylon the Great. All right. So, Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash for giving us spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Kam Yasharallah. Shalom.